Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. So, guys, we have a reading for today, and it's a very strong and solid theme. And I see it playing out with so many people right now, good friends in our community here, and everybody really out there in general are going through tremendous changes and a lot of tension. There's a lot of stress that I see a lot of people exhibiting right now. And so many different ways. It's so wild to see the differences going on emotionally in so many of us. The Schumann resonance, if you've been paying attention to that and following that, has been kind of all over the place with super intense days, followed by pretty calm, followed by just abnormal readings, crazy readings. And we're sensing it. The energy flow is most definitely ramping up. And realistically, we are all probably being exposed to more and more cosmic rays every single day as, the pole reversal, the magnetic pole reversal that, the scientists will tell you is going on. And just how much cosmic energy are we being exposed to? Now, I, for one, don't view that in a negative light. I know, of course, there are scientists and doctors that are all worried about UV, and they tell us UVC never hits the ground, and yet we've gotten readings of UVC on the ground, and that's the most quote unquote dangerous of them. But so much of what we've been taught is just not accurate, and perhaps so much of it has had its own agenda behind it in framing our world. And I think to the Masons and the great architect. When you look at a Masonic lodge, it's all about the great architect and the great work and the framing of our reality. When we look at it, we could see that. And sure, our reality has been framed for us by these powers that be in order to control and maintain the reality that we see in the world, which is one in which the power is consolidated into the hands of the few. So what we have here, what the cards are telling us, is number one, many of us, the Ten of Swords there, almost feel like we're at the end of our rope in this spiritual battle, because it truly is a spiritual battle, and it really is going on in so many dimensions at the same time. And I shared with you guys, Cindy had never seen the Matrix movies, so I took her through all three, and I told her, beware. The third one's kind of a downer. Most people didn't like it, but it's pointing to the fact that we are in what appears to be an unwinnable spiritual battle. And, I'm getting the impression from some of my very dear friends, they're feeling like it's almost unwinnable. And also frustrated with society in general, as just so many people are not waking up. But, we have to take solace in the fact that so many are. Will everyone wake up and all of a sudden realize everything that's going on and step outside of that duality-based matrix that we're in? No, I don't think everybody is supposed to wake up. I don't think it's everybody's time. We're all on different timelines here. And we're all creating our own realities as we go. So everybody's reality is subject, well, it's subject to their societal conditioning, their expectations, and what they're allowing to seep into them as far as different energies, different people, even different places, because places can most definitely hold an energy, that is for sure. So for many, it feels like right now, to a Shakespearean quote of the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune comes to mind. And for many of us, it feels like we're in the midst of this battle, and we're feeling pretty tired, pretty exhausted at times as far as the battle goes, because we never get a break from the dark side's constant push, if we want to call them the dark side. The powers that be, we could call them a million things. But many of us are feeling a little bit tired, a little bit worn out, and just would welcome some help in this battle, would welcome a little rest. As we see, the sky is constantly inundated, and we're wondering, what is that over our heads? We know we know what some of those things are, but we don't know what all of it is over our heads, and there's so many different things over our heads. So what do we have to do? We have this longing. You guys that are regulars on this channel, you're part of the crew, part of the team that is here to help this transitionary period. And you know it, and you feel it. And there is a passion in you, as we see the Lover's card, a passion to really change things, to reunite with Source, Prime Creator, God, our higher selves, to reunite with our complete family. Many people are feeling a strong, strong urge to come together as a group now. That pull is strong, but we must exert patience and just allow things to develop in their own time. And that is what we are seeing. We should take comfort, as you see here with Archangel Azrael. They are with us. The benevolent ones are with us. We're not alone in this. We have guides on the other side. Loved ones that have passed on, that are cheering us on from the other side, that are trying to give us clues and hints of, how we should react to situations, how to perhaps expand our horizons and see things in different ways. Because now we're going to another level, and it's interesting, we got two cards come up, both talking about quests, and spiritual quest is really what we are on right now. We are on a spiritual quest. The star seeds, the light workers of the world, those who are truly here to effect positive change and get humanity living out of the heart center instead of being all based in ego. So yeah, we are on a major quest, and our quest is extremely important. And so we must choose wisely, because there are many different paths and there are many different realities. And so we might choose one that's slightly easier, and as we see this card next to it, the Eight of Scrolls, Paths Unknown. We could take the easy ones that are known to us and perhaps not live up to the highest possibility for this life. Perhaps not really achieve the thing that you wanted to achieve before you came in. You could still have a good life, a comfortable life, and still do a lot of good, but not really hit the highest achievement, not really manifest, your most positive outcome for this life. So perhaps the road that we're to take is a little bit more daunting. Perhaps it's going to be a little bit tougher on us. Perhaps it's going to have quite a few steep hills to climb. We should know, as we see the next cards that come up, we have divine protection, and both of these, the knot of Isis and the goddess Durga, that's the Divine Mother's energy, and the Divine Mother is with us. The earth is a living conscious being, and she is aware of us, and she knows what we're here to do, and she is supporting us. So she wants us to manifest our highest possibility, because it will help her manifest her highest possibility. And then we take a look over here and we see Garunda. And so this is the carrier of Vishnu, as we see the eagle wings there. So when we look at this, what does it symbolize? It symbolizes devotion to God, Source, Prime Creator, protection from snakes, and perhaps we could extend that to reptiles, to the lizzies, to the dark entities that are the ones that are trying to keep us in this dark matrix. Security when traveling, and improved ability to serve God and Source to achieve our mission, as we see Archangel Michael encouraging us, because yes, we can do this. We most definitely can do this. And when we see the Anka card, we see that we are just starting to discover who we really are. And who we really are is pretty mind-blowing. The power that you can bring to bear has been so put down and so swept under the covers, because they don't want people to know just how strong we are. and how we are completely tied to Source. And Source is within us. That's why they give us these doctrines that lead to a mental state of futility, where there's nothing these doctrines will make us think that there's nothing we can do. This is all God's will. What can I do? I can't stop God's will. But it's a free will universe. God wants you to make your own decisions. Source is in each and every one of us, and each and every one of us is distinctly different. So we are all Source exploring its own creation in a myriad of different possibilities. So all is basically allowed. Yes, there is the law of cause and effect. There is karma. So we are to travel the highest road, if possible, help as many. Service to others leads to service to self. But then you must also take care of yourself in order to serve others. So take care of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And we've talked about the importance of that so many times. And as we see, our wishes can come true. Our concerns can fade away. And we can have a rekindled love of life. Because I don't buy that it's all doom and gloom. I think that the dark side has put that in there in order to make us feel like things are futile. Give up. You can't win. It's all divine will. And I don't buy that, because we have free will. We have our choice. And we know that we've learned that there's many different versions of reality going on, many different dimensions. So we must guard our vibrations well. We must not give in to dark forces. We must not cause dissension. And that's such a delicate tightrope to walk over, with trying to not cause dissension, but at the same time wake people up and let them know they've been sleeping. Of course, the best way is always by example, by leading and showing, and just, as the old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. It's very true. Some will not drink. They just don't want to know. They're safe and wrapped up in their own little minds, in their own little version of what this multiverse is, and it would shake them to their foundation if they found out that their version of reality was not the only version of reality. And some people can't handle that. And some people, unfortunately, in some strange ways, desire punishment. And it's a sick society that creates these type of things. But it is what we have faced, and it is what we are going to overcome if we just work together, lift each other up, stay on the path, stand your ground, know there's help above us, help all around us, and we can overcome this, especially together. So my friends, as always, like, share, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on all this. Thank you for your support on Ko-Fi and Patreon. God bless and namaste.